What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny Finesse. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And today we're about to watch the greatest plane hijack of all time. It's a DB Cooper story. If you're new to the channel or returning to the channel and have not subscribed, I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so I need y'all to hit that subscribe button and subscribe. You feel me? Subscribe and hit the bell notification too, so you don't miss a thing again. Also, with that being said, let's get into it. I want to get into this.
1961, Oregon, Portland.
Because it's like, bro, the greatest plane hijack of all time. You have to really think outside the box. Like, these are like those type of thoughts that you would never think if you was a regular person.
A mysterious man buys a one-way ticket to Seattle, Washington with cash.
That's whatever.
He went by the name
Dan Cooper?
Moments before the plane takes off, Dan is intensely focused on his briefcase. That's when...
Sir? We're about to take off. Could I get you anything?
Bourbon soda, thank you.
Bourbon soda.
She hands him a bourbon soda in a glass with ice, then leaves.
Bourbon
Cooper checks
soda.
his watch. It's just after 3 p.m. Then, he grabs her arm. She looks back. He releases his grip and reveals a note in his palm. She takes it from him, blushes a little, smiles and tucks it away in her pocket. Then she begins to walk away again.
Ooh.
Miss, you'd better take a look at that note.
Moonwalking back.
Write down what I'm saying and bring it to the pilot. I want $200,000 by 5 p.m. in $20 bills. Put it in a knapsack. I want 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes. When we land, I want a fuel truck ready to refuel. No funny stuff, or I'll do the job.
But how do you get on a regular plane and ask for that much money? You feel me? You went on a regular plane and asked for that much money. How?
Bruh, this girl thought he was trying to flirt, but he was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
nah.
like that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like what? Like what? Like what? Like I respect it. I respect it, but like 200,000, bro. Come on.
I'm trying to hijack this plane. Give me my money. But wait, if they land in Seattle, wouldn't the cops just cuff him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Cooper was already 2 steps ahead. After Flight 305 lands, the passengers all get off normally.
Yeah. Look at that.
Nobody knows what's happening, but then... Attention Flight 305, you are not authorized for takeoff. I repeat, attention Flight 30... Cooper kept the captain and stewardess hostage and orders them to take him to Mexico City. That's where he would make his escape. No higher than 10,000 feet.
Wait a minute. How come nobody didn't stop the plane during takeoff? Where's the airport? Where's Coast Guard? Like, how come nobody stopped them?
The captain doesn't have any choice. He has to comply. But it seems like there's one major flaw in Cooper's plan. Cooper stated the destination, but didn't specify the route. So the captain took the long way, buying him just enough time to send a secret message.
Flight 305 has been compromised.
Once they arrived in Mexico City, it was game over for Cooper. This would have worked, except Cooper never had any intention of going to Mexico City. I need to use the bathroom. If anybody moves, I'll crash this plane. Several minutes go by, but it feels like hours that he's been gone. The captain and stewardess don't even think about escaping. After all, there's really nowhere to escape to. But then, the stewardess notices.
He took the parachutes!
Suddenly,
It took y'all niggas that long to realize that he took the parachutes?
the captain and stewardess both realize what's happening. The stewardess and captain run down the aisle looking for DB Cooper. They split up. The stewardess notices something suspicious. A J.C. Penney clip-on tie right by the rear doors of the plane. She picks it up and then wind starts blasting out right into her face as she struggles to keep the door from flying open. She barely opens her eyes and sees. Just like that, Cooper was gone with the money.
Damn.
My guy jumped?
Yeah. Mission complete. Heist complete. Heist fucking complete. He got the money. That's crazy. That's it's simple, yes, smart, but it's like
I guess it makes sense why you ask for the parachutes, but still, my guy jumped? Where'd he go? Who was he? What happens next? I have so many questions. The FBI does too. After that, they were able to create a DNA sample from the tie Cooper left behind, and so the infamous Norjack was launched, aka the case to find DB Cooper. They even released the serial numbers of the stolen $20 bills in case the money was spent anywhere. Fun fact, the media got his name wrong, which is why we know him as DB Cooper instead of Dan Cooper today.
That's crazy.
In the past 5 years, we've received thousands of anonymous tips, investigated over 800 suspects, and
Damn, so he would have got away if he didn't drop that bum ass tie. Why you buying bum ass clip on ties, my nigga? Why you buying bum ass clip on? That's why you had to rob him, because you a bum.
even arrested imposters trying to gain clout. Yet we've come no closer to finding DB Cooper than the day we started. We've brought you here today because we need to find this man, and I'm told that each one of you has a strong case that I should pay attention to. If I may. Our first suspect, William Floyd McCoy. Also in 1972, 5 months after the DB Cooper heist, a man who goes by the name James Johnson boards United Airlines flight number 855 during a stopover in Denver, Colorado. It's important to note that the plane was also a Boeing 727, the same type from the DB Cooper case, and the connections don't just stop there. McCoy also gave written instructions to a flight attendant demanding a ransom, this time for $500,000.
Oh, so he thought since he can do it, I can do it, and I'll get more money off of it, basically.
Then he also jumped out with a parachute. What are we waiting for? Let's bring him in. There's just one problem. He's dead. What? Unlike DB Cooper, we know where McCoy landed thanks to a tip from a nearby motorist. He was just stopping by for some fast food when he picked up a hitchhiker. It was pretty weird that the guy was wearing a jumpsuit and had a duffel bag. So he calls the police. When Bernie shows up at the scene to arrest him, he looks inside the bag and finds $499,970.
Damn, so he spent $30.
Problem is, McCoy wasn't really interested in going away for 45 years. So he tried to pull a fast one and Let's just say it didn't end well for him.
Damn. Dummy.
Doesn't matter. He's not our guy. What do you mean? DB Cooper never wore a jumpsuit. He's not our guy. Who's next?
I'll tell you who DB Cooper is. He's my husband, that's who.
Widow.
That's Joe Weber, talking about her husband, Dwayne Weber, our second suspect. He'd been fighting with a rare kidney disease and his time was running out. Joe was by his side, trying to comfort him, when he whispered into her ear, "I am Dan Cooper." At first, Joe was confused, but then she started to remember strange little things about her husband's recent behavior. On the night of the DB Cooper heist, Joe remembers her husband coming home with a serious knee injury.
Wow.
What happened?
I jumped out of a plane. She thought he was joking, like most wives would. But then his strange behavior continued. He would have nightmares in the
He's
middle of the
sleeping in the
night,
suit.
muttering something like, "Fingerprints. Plane. Fingerprints. I left the fingerprints." So Joe started to investigate. When she learned about the DB Cooper case, she looked through Dwayne's things. That's when she found a one-way ticket to Northwest Airlines. He does roughly match our description.
So did he?
And I do believe your story has some credibility. But he's not our guy.
How can you say that?
There's no evidence he knew anything about the airline business or had the specific set of skills required to pull off this heist.
But does anybody really have? You have to have military skills to do that. Like,
Sorry, Joe. Larry, you got anything? Isn't it obvious? DB Cooper is dead. Can you elaborate? The FBI had assumed DB Cooper was an experienced paratrooper, but according to Larry, this was not the case. After he demanded 4 parachutes, he took the 2 that were not fully functional. One was
Oh,
a training
shit.
chute, which couldn't open at all, and the other was a military chute, which isn't steerable. On top of that, he jumped in the middle of the night with no visibility during a storm into a wooded area. Nobody could have survived that. I agree that
y'all niggas is dumb, bro.
it's unlikely anybody could have survived the jump.
I swear the FBI be so dumb, bro. FBI, yo, bro. Nah, the FBI is smart, but you see what the Secret Service be doing. You see how dumb they is, like, bro. He asked for 4 parachutes and 2 of them wasn't working. So it's like, you feel me?
Jump. But since neither DB Cooper's body or parachute were recovered, we have to assume he's still out there.
Oh shit.
I think.
So he must have did something in the middle of that time, bro.
Thank you 3 for coming, but for now, this case will remain open.
But you also gotta understand too, they just said he jumped out of a plane at 200 miles per hour, 5,000 feet in the air in a storm. He could have got blown into a whole nother area that's miles away. Like, it's 10,000 feet in the air, bro.
Over the years, the FBI continued their investigation, but ultimately made less progress than a little boy building a campfire with his dad one morning at the beach.
Duffel bag at the Tina bar had 5,800 inside. The 20 bills that matched the stolen ones by DB Cooper. So the FBI searched the area extensively but found nothing else. After 1,000 suspects and 45 years, no success, the FBI finally closed the DP Cooper case in 2016. So my nigga got away. My nigga DP Cooper got away because he's probably dead by now. It's 45 years. It's 45 years, 200,000. You know how much? You know how clean that money is by now. So who do you think he was? I think he was DB Cooper. That's who I think he was. But if you made it to the end of the video, you obviously like the video, so you obviously gotta subscribe. My boy, hit that subscribe button. You don't know what to find. The subscribe